Please check.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
We need to wait.
Audible to me clearly at least.
I think now audio will be audible on the YouTube also.
Okay, now it's okay. We can start. We can start.
We are sorry for the technical delay.
Start
Once
from
again,
the
I would like to
beginning.
invite all of you to this very special day of World Sujok Day. World Sujok Day we are celebrating in memory of Professor Park Jae Woo's birthday. We are celebrating his 80th birth anniversary today. On this very special occasion, we are conducting Professor Park Memorial Talk where the stalwarts from International Sujok Association will share their experiences with Professor Park when he was alive. Professor Park was indeed a different soul. He not only guided us, he not only taught us, but he gave us a way to live. He guided us how to live better, how to make a more smiling life. And today we are celebrating his 80th birthday. And on this occasion, I would like to invite all the stalwarts of International Sujok Association Global. First of all, I would like to welcome Dr. Pak Minchul, Global President of International Sujok Association. I would like to welcome Dr. Park Minkyu, Global Vice President of International Sujok Association. I would like to welcome Dr. Mohana Selvan, General Secretary of International Sujok Association Global and President of ISA India. I would like to welcome Dr. Violetta Nikolaeva, Secretary of ISA Global, and she is also heading Sujok Academy in Russia. I would also like to welcome Dr. Olga. She is the head of the Sujok Academy in Russia. I would like to welcome Dr. Marina Darkova, President ISA Russia, Dr. Menicos Menicou. Dr. Menicos is a very smiling soul to all of us, not only to us but to Professor Park Jae Woo also. And last but not the least, I would like to welcome SJT Ashok Kumar Kothari. He is a Global Steering Committee member and he is the Vice President of International Sujok Association in India. Welcome you all, sir. Before proceeding ahead, I would like all to join with me for lightening of the lamp. We are lightening the lamp in front of Professor Park Jae Woo's image over here in Sujok headquarter in India. Thank you so much. I can see that Dr. Violetta and Team Russia is there into the very special place where Professor Park's monument is installed. So I welcome you from there. And for the starting, I would like to share one of the video of Professor Park Jae Woo's birthday celebration, which took place in 2006 in Russia. So I would like to share that video with all of you.
Now I need to change the setup.
Yes, sir.
always make the world smile, smile, smile birthday. Happy birthday, you are wonderful. Smile, smile, your birthday. You're smiling, we are smiling. Smile, smile, smile birthday. We wish you, dear my love, always smiling, always wonderful, always I normally forget my birthday always.
Обычно профессор все время о своем дне рождения забывает.
It is for the first time celebrate my birthday
То есть, как бы, это первый раз, когда вот празднуется.
because yesterday suddenly Victor, Sujok and directors informed me my birthday.
Потому что вчера Виктор Васильевич, директор Sujok Академии, напомнил профессору о его дне рождения.
So I realized today is my birthday.
Поэтому профессор сразу в начале дня уже как бы почувствовал.
Always I pass without thinking my birthday.
Обычно он просто как-то проходит и все.
There is some story, small story, connection with my birthday.
У профессора в жизни есть одна история, связанная с днем рождения.
I was not born on time in 10 months, but I was delayed until 12 months to come up this world.
Профессор родился через 10 лунных месяцев, вот, обычная продолжительность беременности. А профессор родился не через 10 лунных месяцев, обычный срок беременности такой, а через 12 лунных месяцев.
More close this one. So father and mother worried about this situation.
И мама и папа уже беспокоились по поводу этой ситуации.
So they checked why not coming. And finally father visit his guru, who is woman, who knows all things well.
И пытались понять, почему же это происходит. И в конечном итоге отец профессора обратился к своему учителю, гуру. Это женщина была, и спросил у нее, почему так происходит. Она знала ответы на все вопросы.
She was already know my father is coming and send his servant to invite.
И когда папа профессора отправился к своему учителю, она уже это знала, хотя он не предупреждал ее, и навстречу ему послала кого-то встретить.
She told my father, I know why we came here.
И потом она встретила профессора и сказала: я знаю, по какой причине ты здесь.
Your son will not come in that house.
и сказала, что твой сын в этом доме не родится, в этом доме.
You have to move house to another place.
Нужно будет переехать в другое место.
So she designated certain region, and then my father moved to that house.
И сказала, куда именно нужно отправиться родителям. И они отправились туда и сняли там дом.
3 days later, on March 11, I was born.
И через 3 дня после этого, 11 марта, профессор родился.
That mountain is known as Perfect Mountain.
Этот дом находился у подножья горы, известной в Корее как гора совершенств или совершенная гора.
And then full name is Three-Peaked Perfect Mountain.
Полное название «Три пика совершенства».
Now since I discovered three origin and three sequence, 1 to 4 is 7 number.
Сейчас профессор обнаружил закономерность треначальной модели, а также последовательность 1-4, в которой 7 элементов.
So 1, 2, 4, which is 1-4 sequence, as the form of serial model development becomes 7 number. But this mountain, Perfect Mountain, has 7 peak Perfect Mountain.
Извините, название горы — это 7 пиков совершенства, а в последовательности 1-4, базирующейся на треначальной модели, как раз 7 элементов.
I remind my father talking to me this story after understanding serial model and serial sequence.
И профессор вспомнил об этой истории, которую рассказывал ему.
You are now unmuted.
So it was a wonderful birthday celebration of respected Professor Park Jae, which took place in 2006, and he was suddenly Sujok Academy director has arranged his birthday celebration. He was mentioning that generally he is not celebrating his birthday, but director has arranged the birthday celebration, and that is how he has arranged his celebrated his birthday. And he was explaining the story of his birth, which was very astonishing. So today we have the different stalwarts from International Sujok Association. I also would like to welcome Asha Sarda. She is a global committee member and she is the treasurer of International Sujok Association in India. I welcome you, Asha ji. And now we would like to move forward, and I would request Dr. Sankar TSR Mohana Selvan, President of International Sujok Association in India, to share his experience with Professor Pak Chžē Vу. Dr. Mohana Selvan.
Smile evening, all my dear friends. I was transported to a different world when I saw this celebration. It was totally a different world. It was a little bit of tears seeing him alive in that video. I think I miss him very badly. Of course, for many, many years it has been the same thing, but on seeing this video it is a little bit moving. I recall the days when I met him for the first time, where I don't know who is Professor Park and he don't know who I am. And it was love at first sight, because we were only two people in the airport and I was waiting for him and he was looking for me, so there was nobody else. So it was just on the first sight itself, I fell in love with him, and so my life has changed like anything. I would say it is 360 degrees turnaround. I was a very, 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 very reserved person. I don't come out, and I had very few friends and things like that. But this existence, what I would say, the soul, greatest soul, has brought out a lot of things from me, and I became a very changed person. But to make the story short, because a lot of people have to share that, right from the day one, when I met him, the first thing he taught me was to give what you learn. Don't look for anything for yourself, give it everything to other people. On the first day, when I asked him, and he said that I'm going to teach you, I was the only student at the time. I did not know what to do. I was very nervous and all. How can I pay for you as a student? He said, make me a promise that whatever I teach and whatever you learn, you give a commitment that you will give this, spread this knowledge to everyone. And well, that promise, I believe still I maintain it, and I try to spread the science and the spirit of Sujok to whoever I meet, wherever it is, whatever time it may be. The second thing I got from him, to learn from him, is the morality. Morality, I had never heard about this, or I did not understand anything about what morality is and things like that. But he gave a lot of examples, and he said that morality is the best virtue any human being has to have with them. So since then, it has again influenced me to a very, very great extent. And the third thing is, he did not tell, but he lived as an example for selflessness. To my knowledge, I don't think he had ever had anything he wanted for himself. If at all he wanted something, it is only for the spread of Sujok, for the development of Sujok, for giving it to others. So these three virtues, the selflessness, morality, and give everything what you have, are the three things which I have learned, and which I feel that which has made me a person. Because I was very egoistic in the earlier stage, being a doctor, having a good practice and all those things. And only on seeing him, I learned how humble we can be to everyone. So since then, I've been a very changed person, and my life, apart from my parents who have given birth to me, if any other person has any influence, it is only him, not anybody else. I owe all my success, all my whatever. I don't say that I have achieved something, but whatever I am now, I owe it to him, because what I am now is only because of him. Though he is not created as my parent, he created my soul. He fine-tuned me, and I'll be ever grateful to him. Maybe when I meet him in the brighter world, in the heaven or something like that, if I go there, I think I'll thank him once again for what all he has done to me. So it is a never-ending process to keep adding so many experiences. But personally speaking, I owe him everything, whatever I have. It is because of him I remain as what I am. Thank you very much, Professor Park, and thank you very much, Sujok, and thank you very much, all my Sujok brethren. Thank you.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you, Dr. Mohana Selvan. Now I would like to request Dr. Olga Scubieva, Director, Sujok Academy, to share her insight with all of us. Dr. Olga.
You are now muted.
Дорогие друзья, коллеги, единомышленники, улыбающаяся семья Суджок. Я знаю, что нас будут слушать много русскоязычных слушателей и специалистов. Сегодня мы отмечаем день рождения нашего учителя, профессора Пак Чжэ Ву. И мы находимся в галерее великих людей древности и современности. Но я хочу сказать, и со мной многие согласятся, что этот день знаменательный, и это день рождения не только профессора Пак Чжэ Ву, но это день рождения и нас, таких, какими мы стали, соприкоснувшись с методом Суджок. Профессор Пак Чжэ Ву изменил жизнь каждого. И я уверена, что в дальнейшем все, кто соприкоснется с методом Суджок, у них жизнь изменится к лучшему. Нам, россиянам, очень повезло. И я думаю, что многие об этом знают. Профессор Пак Чжэ Ву выбрал именно Россию и долго-долго работал в России. И именно отсюда, от Московской Суджок Академии, знания распространялись по всему миру. Российская школа бесконечно счастлива, благодарна и считает это очень большой удачей. Эстафету как бы передали Индии, которая по духу очень близка России. И мы все вместе делаем одно общее дело. И доктор Пак Минкю просил, чтобы мы вспомнили какие-то моменты общения с нашим учителем, с профессором Пак Чжэ Ву. Я думаю, что для меня самыми важными и знаменательными датами и моментами общения с учителем был, во-первых, было то событие, когда среди тысячи желающих профессор Пак Чжэ Ву, открывая Московскую Суджок Академию, выбрал 9 человек. И это было невероятное счастье работать с учителем с первых дней. И я вспоминаю еще один момент, когда профессор, уже работая какое-то время вместе, он пригласил меня и сказал: доктор Ольга, вы должны преподавать. Но у меня было столько много пациентов, и мне так нравилось лечить, что я отказалась. Я сказала профессору Пак Чжэ Ву: я уже давно работаю, я еще работала до открытия клиники, в своей поликлинике. Я не буду преподавать. И вот здесь профессор преподнес мне урок. Он сказал: доктор Ольга, сколько вы полечите больных в день? 10-20 человек. А если вы обучите эти 20 человек, и они смогут помочь себе и смогут полечить столько же. И это самое важное, сказал профессор. И теперь, когда я читаю лекции, я всегда говорю своим студентам вот то напутствие, которое я получила. Если ты получил в руки эту методику, уникально простую и эффективную, ты должен ее отдать. И тогда она будет работать еще и еще лучше. Я думаю, что можно рассказывать бесконечно о том счастье, которое досталось тем, кто работал бок о бок с профессором. Но хочу еще раз всех нас поздравить, пожелать нам успехов. И вспоминаю, как часто мы просили профессора, чтобы он постарался углубляться в каких-то темах, но он просто семимильными шагами шел вперед, делал открытие за открытием. И вот когда он сделал открытие, которое потрясло всех, и открыл фундаментальный закон триначалия, вот это была вершина. И я понимаю, что профессор сказал как бы, что вот теперь у вас есть мастер-ключ, вы теперь сможете развивать все направления в Суджок и получить ответы на многие-многие вопросы. И мы понимаем теперь, каким бы ни было гомо, как бы ни было нам тяжело, каким бы ни было это сжатие и страдание, мы понимаем, что впереди обязательно будет нейтро, которая приведет нас к совершенству. Я поздравляю всех нас и желаю нам успехов. Мы вместе.
Thank you, Dr. Olga. Now I would like to request Dr. Violetta Nikolaeva to say a few words on this occasion. Dr. Violetta Nikolaeva.
You are mute, Dhawanji.
Thank you, Dr. Olga. Now I would like to request Dr. Violetta Nikolaeva to share her experience with Professor Park Jae on this occasion. Dr. Violetta.
You are now muted.
Добрый день с улыбкой, дорогие друзья. У нас сегодня такой замечательный день. В день рождения профессора, его юбилей, мы можем все вместе вспомнить о нем. Но вы понимаете, что в действительности мы вообще о нем никогда не забываем, потому что это незабываемая личность, незабываемый человек. Совершенно удивительным является то, сколько он успел сделать в течение своей жизни. То есть сколько может в жизни принести миру один человек. И когда я задумывалась об этом, почему так, как это возможно было, как ему удалось, я нашла для себя такой ответ. Я вспомнила, как все начиналось. Профессор рассказывал, что он имел искреннее желание открыть, найти очень хорошую лечебную систему для помощи страдающим людям. Им двигалось сострадание. И, понимаете, видимо, это искреннее желание, это намерение, это и было самым важным и самым необходимым для того, чтобы начался этот великий и славный путь профессора Пак Чжэ Ву. Профессор был мыслителем. Он любил очень размышлять. Это было его любимое занятие. Он даже говорил, что мое любимое занятие — размышлять. И вот сочетание вот этих вот удивительных качеств дало нам великого учителя, на мой взгляд. Систему, которую он открыл на кистях и стопах, и рассказал о ней. Эта система содержит в себе дух любви. Профессор чувствовал дух любви Творца к его творениям через систему кистей и стоп. И если задуматься, кто мог открыть систему, пронизанную духом любви? Только человек, у которого этот дух есть. У профессора был великий дух любви к людям. Он был великим гуманистом. И кроме того, дух любви к истине. Поэтому мы получили от него такое удивительное наследие. И все, что он позже открывал, и глубокие фундаментальные законы, и лечебные методики, и пути самосовершенствования, все это пронизано духом любви, потому что это освобождает людей от невежества, а значит от страданий. Хочется вспомнить что-то из личного, но я хотела бы рассказать о тех уроках, которые я вынесла из общения с профессором Пак Чжэ Ву. Этот человек был очень быстрый, творческий, он ходил быстро, но бесшумно. И это было удивительно. Я какое-то время, как переводчик, должна была за ним бежать, буквально. И с тех пор я перестала носить каблуки, потому что они стучали, а профессор всегда был очень чувствителен к каким-то лишним, какому-то шуму, который в мире не нужен в принципе. Как говорил, самый главный вопрос, не мешаю ли я другим? Am I disturbing others? Вот этот вопрос он призывал нас себе задавать. Поэтому слушателей, которые приходили иногда опоздав, попросил, не мешая другим, сесть рядом с дверью. И это такой очень важный урок человеческих взаимоотношений, я считаю. Еще мне хочется сказать о том, что профессор Пак Чжэ Ву был удивительно работоспособным человеком. И казалось, что он вообще никогда не отдыхает. То есть те редкие моменты, свободных дней, редкие, во время его семинаров, которые выдавались, если он соглашался вместе с организаторами поехать куда-то на природу, я вот в этом уверена, он продолжал размышлять. Он продолжал размышлять, анализируя, как устроен наш мир. Также очень важный урок я вынесла, и он заключается в том, что никогда не поздно начинать новое дело. Профессор начал писать музыку уже в зрелом возрасте, и все от начала до конца, от того, как он слышал музыкальную композицию, как он ее обрабатывал на компьютере, он специальные уроки редактирования получил, стал учиться музыкальному редактированию. Он все от начала до конца, до записи на диск мог сделать сам. И хотя я тоже параллельно, чтобы в чем-то помогать, училась этому, но в действительности моя помощь не так уж и требовала. То есть тоже, вот я поняла, что совсем другая деятельность, музыкальное редактирование для врача может стать важным в какой-то момент. Это очень важный урок. Также я хочу сказать, что профессор всегда был равнодушен к комфорту и к почестям. И он, по сути, был очень скромным человеком. И это тоже очень важный урок, который я вынесла из общения с ним. И самое последнее, чем я хотела поделиться, это то, что я испытываю глубочайшую благодарность профессору за то, что он в свое время на семинаре Первой Московской медицинской академии, первый мед, имени Сеченова раньше назывался, полностью покорил мой разум и сердце красотой своей удивительной теории. И сила вот этого метода, она в этом и заключается, что она никого не оставляет равнодушным. И такое количество людей уже получили в прошлом, и сейчас получают, еще будут получать помощь в судротерапии. Это ли не свидетельство той большой силы, которая заложена в его учении? Мировоззренческие изменения он производит в людях. То есть жизнь полностью меняется. И благодаря тому, что он заложил основы начального сознания, которые я пытаюсь продолжать развивать в себе, у меня появился очень жизнеутверждающий взгляд на мир. Потому что помимо полярных сил Бома и Ветра существует сила нейтро. И все в этом мире упорядочено. И даже если во вселенском спектакле какие-то драматические приоткрываются страницы, трагические иногда, вот это знание о нейтро позволяет стараться сохранить в себе незаряженное состояние, понять, что существует высший порядок. И то, что происходит, не является случайным, и, видимо, это часть общего процесса обновления. Как говорится, падает снег, но каждая снежинка находится на своем месте. Самые глубокие слова благодарности нашему мастеру, нашему учителю. Smile thanks and smile birthday, dear Professor Park.
You are now unmuted.
We could feel every emotion Dr. Violetta has expressed. Thank you, Dr. Violetta. I would now request Dr. Marina Darkova from Cyprus to share her experiences with Professor Park. Dr. Marina Darkova.
Dear Smile friends, dear Smile colleagues, and sorry, my Russian colleagues, I will speak English. I want to say that, of course, everyone could say that they choose professor, they choose the way he gave us, but many times I'm watching behind and I'm thinking that it was not my choice. You are involved in this universal drama from the beginning. And I chose Professor Park as the person who will guide me all my life. Before I met him, only one my friend told me, you know, I met one professor, and I know that it's a person who you were searching. And I was ready to stop all my previous way activities, medical doctor. I was ready to be fired because they didn't allow me to go to this seminar. I didn't have money, I didn't have anything. I had 3 children and small life. But in one moment, it was the force which I could not stop. And I passed all these obstacles and I start my new life. And never complain afterwards that I made this choice. And it was really unbelievable how he was able to guide us without words, without order sometimes. You know, after a half year only, my full concentration on Sujok and working and making treatments, I come again to his seminar and we ask who wants to teach Sujok. And there were so many people, and only I take my hand and I went to professor. He thought, okay, you can try, you have to do this, and we will see. And I become teacher. I don't know how. And 5 years later, he told me, you have to go, you have to move to Moscow. You have to work in academy. How? You know, sometimes we think that we have some size and we cannot go become bigger. It was, I could not say difficult, it was unbelievable difficult. But some way, when you decide, when you hear his order, like door is opening, like all obstacles disappear. It's a huge knowledge that you have to be respect the zero moment when you like nothing, when you don't have anything. And professor thought, okay, I had money, I lost. When we lose something, we start. But he used this moment not to think how he lost, and he used this moment to start new dimension. And every time I lost everything, I used this moment to start. When I arrived to Moscow, sometimes I didn't have even where to sleep, where to stay, but some way it was coming. Things, they were coming. I was so happy to work with professor. You know, when I came to academy, I thought I will make treatment, whatever I already know very well. But they told me I have to write an article about spiral energy net. But it was no any articles about this before. There were only few pictures made, painted by Professor Park about these fingers with spiral system. And I asked everyone who knows about this, and nobody knows. And I had only 1 month to do this job. I was thinking all the day. I was sleeping and thinking. I was trying. I was drawing on my fingers. I was trying to make treatment through this. And I write. And professor came, he saw, and he told. No, he didn't tell anything. He gave me some new pictures. And I understood that I had to write everything from the beginning. And Dr. Tamara, who was director at that time, she thought, oh, it's very little changes. But because I was concentrated so much, I understood it totally different. And start again. And for a few years, I become writer. I become editor instead of doctor. He gave us a role. And he didn't ask if I can, if I don't. He knew that somebody can play this role very well. You cannot say, I will not. It was not about professor. You could not say, I have weekend. Weekend he didn't understand at all. To have rest from what? From what you are loving so much? No. You cannot say, it's too difficult. It was not about professor. And of course, when he asked Dr. Natalia to find musician to create music for Selvan, and we tried so much, make so much effort, and didn't achieve, he told, don't worry, it's not a problem. I need only to concentrate a little bit on this. I will do by myself. It was unbelievable. He gave us these lessons very different way as teachers are giving us. And always he told that the main subject which I give you on seminars is not how to make treatment and so on, is to change your consciousness. And this he was doing very well. And we are happy. We are really happy because we understand the meaning of our life. We understood how much we are able to do. And nowadays, when sometimes from America they ask me to make treatment for the guy who is with schizophrenia and strong hallucination and very aggressive and so on, and I am doing this, it's not because I am such person. It's because of him, of course. And thank him. Thank you for everything.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you very much, Dr. Marina. I completely agree with your statement that not we have chosen the path of this journey, but he chooses us to join with him on this journey. He not discovered the science of cure. He has discovered the life science, which he has taught all of us. I would like to request Dr. Menicos Menicou to share his experience with Professor Park Jae with us. Dr. Menicos.
Good afternoon, dear friends. I would like to share my experience. First day I met him. I am from Cyprus. Who knows this Cyprus? Not so many, except the Europeans. And especially in a small village at the mountains, at the peak of the mountains. Even Cypriot many, they don't know him, this village. 2006, I was working to finish my wooden house at the mountain. And in the morning, I saw someone who was coming through the non-asphalted road nearby, because no people are passing through. So just to notice someone is an exception. So he passed through and he said hello, and I invite him for coffee, to meet also someone during the day. We take our coffee, and then he asked me if it is possible to see also the upper part of the house. I told him, okay, please, my pleasure. And he left, and I continue my work. After several hours, he returned and he told me, I have to leave, but your house is perfect. I said politely, thank you, and you are always welcome. He left. At night I was tired, so I went early to sleep. At the house there was no light, everything was mess, so I lay at the floor. In a certain moment at night, I heard someone calling me in English. In this village, in English, I understood that he was the stranger of the morning. I invite him again. We sat outside at the darkness of the night. And in a certain moment, he asked me, after what we said, can we make a meditation? I answered that I don't know what is meditation. I never make meditation. He told me, okay, don't worry, I will guide you. Okay, let's do. He told me, close your eyes, sit well, comfortable in your chair, and I will guide you. Okay. After some time, I was thinking, is he here? Shall I open my... Have I slept? What is happening here? I have to open my eyes to see if he's here or we finish what to do now. I opened my eyes, and at the darkness, I saw around him a light. It was a big surprise, fear maybe. And I closed again my eyes. I was wondering what he's doing. And the Asian might make such magic things. And I continue, and then he wake up and he told me to open my eyes. But before entering to the house, there was a nail at the floor which it was not fixed well. And he stand on it. And he hurt maybe his finger, his toe. And he told me this nail is not good. But at night, where to find cutter to cut a nail or to remove a nail? It was impossible. I said to him, okay, leave it there, and I will make it tomorrow. In a certain moment, he told me, don't worry, don't search anything, any cutter. What? I remove it. How will you remove it? I smiled to it. A person like me to believe that if you smile to a nail, come out. He was like this. He was my teacher then, and I thank him. And I'm happy that I met him, and he guided me till today. Thank you very much, all of you.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you, Dr. Menicos, for this mesmerizing experience. I would like to now request SJT Ashok Kumar Kothari, Vice President ISA India, to share his experience with Professor Park. Ashok Kothari ji.
You are now muted. You are now
Ashok
unmuted.
ji, you are on mute.
You are now muted.
Smile greetings, everyone over there, joining from all over the world for this special occasion to celebrate 80th birth anniversary of our beloved Master Professor Park Jae. Really, I agree with Dr. Marina that we are blessed to be chosen by him. Yes, we are nothing to be to select the master. And even in India, we agree that master chooses the pupil. So he chooses us to be worthy to support his mission, and definitely it has been blessing for all of us. Not only me alone, whoever has been associated with Professor Park Jae, every one of us, I feel we are blessed people to be chosen for a special purpose and to be guided on the path of self-realization, not only the path of healing. So yes, it has been very fantastic, very fabulous, and life-changing journey with him. Life-changing journey with him. In my long association with Professor Park Jae, I have seen varied dimension of his personality. I have seen a child in him. I have seen a friend in him. I have seen a parent in him, guide, guardian, and above all, the Supreme Master, unparalleled Master. It is not necessary to be taught by him by words. Sometimes his actions, sometimes his gestures were enough to understand the most complicated things in the life. So really, the way he has taught us, the way he has guided us, it has been unparalleled for all of us. Unparalleled. It is compared. This story of my dear friend Menicos, we all have one or sort of other type of these miracles in our life with Professor Park Jae. Everybody of us, everybody, several times I just thinking in my home and I received the call, Ashok, how are you? I can still recall the way he has to call me, Ashok, where are you? I have this work. Usually, whenever I am thinking for him, and his call is there. Many times, but until 2005, he was a different person. He was a very serious mind, and it is very difficult to be with him and to enjoy with him. So I recall the special occasion which I had during that time after enlightenment of smile meditation. He changed a lot. We all know about that. But before 2005, he was in Jaipur on a special occasion, which is a festivity occasion of Holi festival, in which we play with colors with each other, apply colors to each other. So he was here on that day in Jaipur. So I was fearing whether I should go to Professor Park Jae or not, whether he will be annoyed by going there in this way. Really, but I wanted. Oh, so that with great hesitation and fear in my side, I and one of my friends, and we went over there where he was staying in place where this smile meditation was appeared the final. So then we met him, and then just seeing our face, because we are already colored. My face is already colored. Oh, some special occasion today? Yes, I introduced, we have a very special, some festival when we apply colors to each other. Then he happily, like a child, he enjoyed with us, we applied colors with us, not only applied the colors, he went, sit in the car and went around the city to see how this festival is celebrated. So first time I have seen Professor Park Jae in a totally different personality. Otherwise, just we have to obey him. Yes, in the beginning, whenever he was asking something, so for example, in 1999, he suddenly asked me, are you ready to teach Sujok? Oh, I didn't think that I was capable of teaching Sujok at that time, really. So, but he said, I was very hesitant, sir. Do you think? So he said, you are ready or not? Just tell me. Just tell me you are ready or not. It was his style. So in the beginning, we have been always, whatever decision he has been making, we have a lot of reservations about what he is telling at that time. But later, we understood that he was always right. He was always right. Whatever seemingly looked not correct at that moment of time, but later it appeared to be the right decision. So, lot of people, even in our students and all those people who participate in the seminar, they have been complaining that why Professor Park Jae like that. But we know, we all people know that whatever he decided, it was always right. So therefore, it was a miraculous journey with him. We do not have any words how to describe this journey, but definitely, I'd say in one man we can see the supreme personality. Every personality, we talk about triogen, we talk about the consciousness, we talk about the six energy, we talk about the eight energy. Everything he can reflect by his own personality, what he is, what that particular energy is, what his triogen is. So understanding Professor Park Jae Woo is understanding philosophy of Professor Park Jae Woo. So really we are blessed. Maybe we don't know how much we know that, but whatever we have been the association, this is our brightest part of our life, really. We really miss him a lot. We really, the moment I listen this news, still I could not make it up. Still I feel sometimes like a dream. Maybe even my dream, I think it was a dream. In my dreaming, I think that Professor Park Jae Woo is alive. I have seen a dream that he passed away. But maybe he is guiding from us in a different dimension. So yes, really very pleasure. So one more thing. Many of some Asha ji have been part of that incident in Jaipur. We used to celebrate a cultural event during the seminar in Jaipur. So one event. At that time, he was not used to dance and everything. We have that dance of Professor Park Jae Woo. If you ever think about dancing in the trance, how Shiva would have been dancing. So this was a real dance. I have seen somebody dancing in the trance like a dance of Shiva. Like a dance of Shiva. I have witnessed that moment. This is my precious treasure of my life that I could have this experience in my life. So I have seen multifacets of my life. He has been my guide. He has been my parent. Everything actually. Everything. So on this occasion, yes, we need to pledge to become torchbearer, to spread his mission, to express his vision, and to reach every corner of the society to make people know about Professor Park Jae Woo and the philosophy of Professor Park Jae Woo. Thank you very much to be part of this occasion. Very special. Thank you very much.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you so much, Ashok ji, for sharing this great experience with Professor Park Jae Woo. Now, I would like to call Srimati Asha Sarda to share her experience with all of us and all the people watching us on live. Asha Sarda is a treasurer of International Sujok Association in India and core committee member of Sujok Global. Asha ji, you are on mute. Please unmute yourself and please share your words with us. Thank you.
Smile afternoon.
You are now muted.
I was introduced to Sujok by my friend Kadarati. Within 6 months of having learned this magical therapy, I got to meet our dearest, beloved Professor Park Jae Woo.
Asha ji, you are not audible.
You are now unmuted. You are now muted. You are now unmuted.
Sorry. कर देंगे कहाँ से करूँ Okay.
Yes, Asha ji.
Okay. Smile afternoon. I was introduced to Sujok by my friend Sharda Rathi. Within 6 months, having learned this magical therapy, I got to meet our dearest beloved Professor Park Jae at Bhopal. It was indeed a life-changing experience for me, as Master was not just a teacher.
You are now
He
muted.
was a tri-origin saint, a healer, a treasure of knowledge, with an intense desire to the society and living alive the smile civilization. I have had many special experiences with Master because he stayed with us many times, and I am blessed that every encounter, every meeting with him highlighted a unique quality of him. People would say that Master never did anything unplanned, but you know, in 2008, we requested many times to Master for Nagpur. He honored our wish and gave us 2 days. Never near the Smile Temple, we had meditation for 2 days. Less participants, but Master made us to achieve. The surrender to the universe, he always says, it is his wish. In case of anything went wrong, once his mobile, in which he had recorded many different sounds of birds, animals, nature, got stolen. He locked his room, he went in silent. After half an hour, he came back and said, it is his wish. God does not want to open these secrets to journal. Master was very light on his feet. He would walk so swiftly, just like a breath of a fresh air, and was very simple, down-to-earth man. He would eat Indian food with his hands, just like us, not using any cutleries. Once we went to farm by serving some food fallen down. Simply he pick it up and eat it, saying that this also is gift of nature. Master never used to treat patient. Master never used to treat patient himself. After 4-step seminar, Master came to Nagpur. At that time, my husband was in extreme pain. He treated him and relieved him from pain. I can go on and on because Master is like the sun for me, always shining and enriching all those on whom his rays fall. In this lifetime, I am blessed and will always be eternally gratitude that I and Sharda was chosen by him as Homo energy to bring the Sujok and Smile world to Nagpur and shall continue to spread this knowledge till our last breath. Thank you.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you so much, Asha ji, for this wonderful insight. Now, before going to the concluding or valedictory session, I would like to request Dr. Pak Minkyou, Global Vice President of International Sujok Association and the younger son of Professor Pak Chžэ Vу, to share his insight with all of us. Dr. Pak Minкю.
You are
My
now muted.
days, everyone, so please understand me, I will speak in Russian. Добрый день, Сувыкай. Очень приятно, что мы на день рождения профессора мы встретились и собрались. Особенно такие трудности, такой трудной ситуации мы с вами встретили. Я чувствую, что мы рядом, мы вместе, и большой радостью. И наши старшие преподаватели рассказали о профессоре, какие он был. Это прекрасно, но хочу просто с вами поделиться лично, что вот со мной что-то было. Знаете что, я первый раз встретился с профессором в 1978 году. Конечно, я не помню, мама рассказала, что вот ты встретил первый раз с профессором в том году. Понимаете, что когда я был маленьким, я не чувствовал, что вот отец каким-то уникальным или особым. Потому что он был всегда занят, всегда читал, всегда занимался. Он всегда просто в столе и читал и занимался. И просто я все время, что его смотрел так. Но после школы просто профессор мне сказал, что вот, Минкю, я предлагаю, что вот учиться медицинский в России. И буквально, что за короткое время он меня отправил в Россию. Конечно, вначале это было как шок для меня, потому что в 1997 году Россия для нас это была как немножко далекая или холодная страна. Но это, по моему пониманию, что первое для меня счастье, которое профессор меня отправил. Конечно, это было мне трудно, тяжело, что учиться в русский, еще учиться в медицинский, еще учиться, еще много-много. Но профессор меня туда отправил. И, конечно, до этого еще не осознать, чем он занимается глубоко, просто знал, а он открыл какую-то терапию, что у него много учеников. Но когда я осознал, что я хочу заниматься Сujokом, и он меня отправил в Sujok Академию, у меня времени лично на себя нету, если ты хочешь, иди туда и заниматься, там много хороших учителей, много преподавателей. И я начал там заниматься. И еще второе у меня счастье. В 2008 году профессор мне предлагает, что вот сейчас пришло, что тебе мне надо переводить семинары из английского на русский. И понимаете, что вот переводить его знания, его теорию из английского в русский, это для меня это было совсем другое. Но раз профессор сказал, что надо переводить, сказал, да, хотя у меня был такой страх, что как я могу переводить. Но сказал, так, да. Это в 2008 году, это первый семинар, помню, что это в Караганде, Казахстан. До сих пор помню, что это как, конечно, я азиат. Ну, еще такой шок, желтый или красный. Не понял, что я правильно перевожу или нет. Но первый семинар прошел. Хотя я осознал, что я переводил очень плохо, соответственно, что отец сказал, о, ты молодец, хорошо. Но понимаете, что отец когда сказал хорошо, мне было стыдно, потому что я знаю, что это плохо переводил. Но ибо то, что меня хвалил, и после чего я еще стараюсь. Я считаю, что это для меня второе счастье. Если у меня не было такой трудности, как в России учиться первый раз. И второй, как первый раз переводить в Караганде, в Казахстане, еще такой трудности, когда мне не удалось преодолеть, сейчас у меня такого нет. И поэтому после 2008 года и 2009, и до конца, я до сих пор считаю это большое счастье, что я до конца был рядом с профессором. Конечно, это до сих пор вспомнить это как для меня тяжело, но по-другому, что он дал мне, что до конца быть рядом и осознать, и изучать его поведение, его теории переначально. Просто благодарность, которую вы донесете, ваши умения, знания, наши преподаватели и наши ученики профессора Пака, и мы с вами будем продолжать, сколько мы сможем, и мы с вами будем поделиться наш опыт, и мы будем готовиться к следующему нашему поколению. Еще раз благодарю профессора Пака, и еще раз поздравляю вас всех, кто знает профессора Пака. Еще раз спасибо с улыбкой.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you, Dr. Minkyu. But I would request, it is not defined, but I would request that if you can speak few words in English for the Indian people also, it will be great. They would also like to listen.
Okay, just I short briefly.
Yes,
I
please.
am saying because
You are now muted.
first time when I met Professor, it was 1978 years. So when I was born, so actually it's not my wish. So once I understand, when I was young, I didn't understand what Professor did because Professor would study all the time and read book and study and the book. This is his time. So when I was young, I didn't understand what he is studying all the time from the morning to evening, morning to evening. But when once after school, he sent me to Moscow. Minkyu, you have to study in Moscow because it was me shock because Moscow, Russia is for me is too far. So it was so shock, but now I understand why he sent me to Moscow. It was first my happiness why Professor sent me to Moscow, and second one was 2008. He asked me, Minkyu, you have to translate my lecture, my seminar from the Karaganda in Kazakhstan. As I understand this, my Russian was and my English was not enough to translate because his knowledge, his message, how to translate, because I was fear to translate because if I misunderstand something, so big fear. But once Professor said, but unconsciously I said yes. After that, I had 2-3 months, but 2-3 months was big stress. Can I translate? Or did I tell to Professor, Father, I cannot to translate, but it was fighting inside. But finally I had, and I knew this. At first my translation was very poor and bad because I knew because my English and my Russian. But after seminar, Professor said, "Oh, Minkyu, you did good." But this is once he said you did good, but I didn't smile because I knew this is so bad. But after that, I tried to learn English a little more. I tried to study more in Russian. After that, at the first seminar, now I can translate Dr. Minchul seminar. And after 2008, I had good luck to translate and travel with Professor 2009. And until last 2010, so now I understand this is all his guide. I just follow what he showed. This way, go to be doctor. Okay, Father, I went and be doctor. And go to study in Moscow. Okay, I be Sujok, I study in Sujok in Moscow. And then to be translator. Okay, after that I be translator. Looks like he, at that moment I thought I decide, but now I understand. In that his consciousness, in that his level of consciousness, he decides according to my understanding. So I'm very much glad to all our teachers and all our senior Sujok therapists or doctors who till now spreading Sujok. Because of you, because of professors, because of all of us, Sujok are continue spreading. Again, thank you to Professor, thank you to our all Sujok family. Thank you.
Thank you,
You are now
Professor.
unmuted.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dr.
Mr.
Park
Park.
Minky. Now, I would request our Global President of International Sujok Association, Dr. Pak Minchul, to give his valedictory speech followed by smile meditation. Dr. Pak Minchul.
You are now
Good
muted.
evening, everyone.
Я сейчас перевожу на русский. Добрый вечер, с улыбкой.
Good to see you, all of you, in this important day and celebrating day.
Очень приятно вас встретиться на очень такие важные дни.
While waiting on my turn, I was wish no one cried, no one cried.
До моего очереди, что я просто молился, что вот этого никто не плачь, никто не заплачет.
Mohanji, you was close.
И доктор Моханджи, что вы близко было к этому.
And Marina cried.
И доктор Марина, что мы с вами плакали.
I just stand on my.
И мы заряжаем к себе.
And lastly, I wish Dr. Minkyu don't cry.
И последнее, что вот, брат, доктор Минкю, что не плачь, только не плачь.
Once he cried, I cannot stand.
Поймите, что если он плачет, что тогда я уже не могу держать.
And finally, very safely, it came to my turn.
И спокойно пришло на мое время.
Yes, in my life, it wasn't my choice.
Как вы, другие, что это в моей жизни, что это не по моему выбору.
From my birth,
Это мое рождение,
and from this journey of what I'm doing right now.
который сейчас иду по этому пути.
And it was really difficult moment after he passed away.
Конечно, нам было очень тяжело, что когда он ушел от нас,
I have no experience of anything.
не было таких опытов, никаких ощущений не было.
I have never thought of what should I do, what is the future of the Sujok
И
and everything.
даже не думаю, что я могу делать, что будет с Суджока.
Just I enjoy that or study from Professor Park.
И просто в это время, просто как вы, просто мы с радостью слушали семинар профессора Пака.
Last 12 years, there was a lot of difficulty because I didn't know anything.
После ухода профессора, что назад 12 лет у нас было много разных трудностей.
Just as Dr. Marina said, I had chosen by him.
Как доктор Марина сказала, что вот просто я выбран профессора.
Every decision I couldn't trust myself.
И в этот момент, что вот мое решение, я не доверяю себе.
But I trust the professor.
Ну, я верю профессора.
He had chosen me.
И он меня выбрал.
So I trust him.
Я доверяю полностью профессора.
Because I could continue to work
Поэтому мог продолжать его работу.
And then all of you here, you participate today's celebration.
И теперь вы все присутствуете и празднуете на сегодня.
You also chosen by him.
И не только меня, вы тоже, именно от профессора. Профессор вас выбрал.
If you face any difficulty,
Если вы встречаете разные трудности,
when you cannot trust yourself,
когда вам трудно себе доверять,
trust him.
доверяйте профессору,
He had chosen you.
потому что он вас выбрал.
And he's always somewhere surrounding you.
Всегда он рядом с вами, рядом с нами, он поможет.
I'm sure about that.
Я уверен об этом.
That is, still I'm here, and then I'm going to continue work for this.
Так почему я здесь стою, почему мы продолжаем идти вперед.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Очень большая благодарность всем.
It is almost 90 minutes.
Уже 1,5 часа мы с вами в эфире.
So I never bored.
Никогда все в течение 1,5 часа было все интересно.
I just seen that very short video of the Professor Park.
Я видел, что вот короткий видео профессора, клип профессора Пака.
Just he singing.
И когда сегодня мы все вместе видели видео, как профессор как поет.
There is a lot of meaning.
Именно как он поет, на каком духе, на каком сознании имеет огромное значение.
I haven't noticed so many meaning in his singing.
И когда он поел, когда пел, и я не понял, что на нем сколько значений.
Thank you, Professor.
Спасибо, профессора.
And thank you, Father.
Спасибо, отец. Спасибо.
You are now unmuted.
Thank you, Dr. Minchul. It was really a heart-touching moment for all of us, and we are really blessed to be here on the journey he decided to go us. On this very special day of World Sujok Day, We wish all the fellow Sujok members, Sujok lovers, Sujok practitioners, Sujok teachers to achieve best in their life. And on behalf of International Sujok Association, I would like to thank one and all who participated in this event live on YouTube or any other social media platform. Before we conclude this session, I would request all of you to join for a small smile meditation for 2 to 3 minutes. Thank you everyone. Thank you for joining on this wonderful evening. Smile bye and have a smile day to all of you. Thank you.
Smile bye and smile birthday, Professor Park Jae once again.
Smile bye, smile birthday.
Smile birthday, Professor Park.